Kia ora, darling.
Welcome back.
We are so sorry in advance for this podcast.
It's not going to be nice.
It's not going to be nice, but you know what? This man's not nice, and we deserve to call him out. So this is the second installment of our The Worst Things Trump Has Ever Done series. Mm-hmm. Today, Abby, we're talking about the worst things Trump has ever done to
woman.
The
people he hates.
The people he actually hates. I was going to say that, like, before even doing the research for this, it was clear that he hated women.
Yes.
He doesn't just hate women in America either. Mm-hmm. I have some things that he is doing to limit women's livelihoods, happiness, everything,
safety,
across the world.
Literally everything.
So this was going to be a episode where we spoke about reproductive rights as well, but there became too much just about women alone.
He's done too much harm.
He's done too much.
Somehow.
So Abs and I are going to be taking you through a list of, non-exhaustive, by the way, because I just think
keeps on
we
going.
couldn't find it all. Mm-hmm. The worst things that Trump has done to women. Now, just like how when I started the immigration chat, we spoke about the way he speaks about immigrants and how that sort of dictates or makes us understand some of his policies more. We're going to do the same for women. So Abby hasn't seen these.
No.
I have put together a list of just some of the things that Trump has said to or about women. And I'm just going to read them out to you because I think hearing them in his own words is, it's just very telling. Okay. So the most famous one, I think, is the Access Hollywood tape that was recorded in 2005 when he was 59 years old, where he was about to film a segment for a children's television network, and he was recorded like hot mic, off mic, saying, when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything. Grab them by the pussy. You know the grab them by the pussy? Yeah. So that is, I think, like the most famous
already
one.
I'm cringing.
No, I know. Okay. It doesn't really matter what they write as long as you've got a young and beautiful piece of ass. That was in Esquire magazine in 1991.
Yuck.
A person who's flat-chested is very hard to be a 10. Howard Stern show. Also, like, where did the conversation come from?
I
that
know.
led him?
Well, Howard Stern. I'm not surprised.
I mean, same. But also it's like, he did not need to be, like, no interviewer is prompting him to say this.
No, he's saying this on his own will. He really wants it out there.
Except for maybe Howard Stern. Look at that face. Would anyone vote for that? He said that in Rolling Stone in 2015 about his then rival, Carly Fiorina, who was running for president. Look at that face. Would anyone vote for that? Sorry, pot calling the kettle black. Look at your face, Trump. Okay. This one's got a bit of a story that comes after it. So he said this about journalist Megyn Kelly on CNN. After she asked him a question he didn't like at a debate. He said, blood coming out of her eyes, blood coming out of her wherever.
What is the point
like, literally,
in saying that?
No. And then, so that was in 2015. And then I was like, Megyn Kelly, I fucking know that name. Lots of people know that name. She's got like 4 million YouTube subscribers now. She's like her own media person.
Okay.
So they reconciled in 2016 after having a one-on-one interview where Trump said that her question, because she asked him about Trump's comments on women. She asked him about it, and he said that her comments were unfair and that he didn't really blame her for asking though. And then in November of 2024, Megyn Kelly took the stage at a Trump rally and publicly endorsed Trump.
What the fuck?
She told the crowd he will be a protector of women and that's why I'm voting for him.
Huh?
How much money was he giving you? What happened between 2016 and 2024?
How does he do it? How does he schmooze everyone?
I don't know. And then by 2026, so this year, she had turned on him again, publicly slamming him over his handling of Iran, saying she was sick of this. Still, sorry to get up and be like,
at the rally.
He's going to be really good for a woman. Just like say something else. Like that's, no one's going to believe that. Well, like apparently enough of America did because he got in. So moving on from Megyn Kelly, he said, if Hillary Clinton can't satisfy her husband, what makes her think she can satisfy America?
What?
Like
what is the point in bringing up these stupid side
Yeah, I
remarks?
know.
It's like, it's weird.
Well, the point is for him to win the presidency, and apparently it worked with a lot of men because he did.
Ugh, I hate.
He said this to a female contestant on Celebrity Apprentice in 2013. This was on TV. It must be a pretty picture, you dropping to your knees.
Like, in what context does he need to be saying he doesn't?
And then more recently, so these were all like up until the 2020s.
Yeah.
You'll remember this. He called a Bloomberg reporter quiet piggy on Air Force One when she asked about the Epstein files.
Mm-hmm.
He called a New York Times reporter a third-rate reporter who is ugly both inside and out. He asked a CBS news correspondent, are you stupid? Are you a stupid person? When she asked him about what's going on at Mar-a-Lago. Then he told an ABC news correspondent that she was a terrible person and a terrible reporter for asking questions about Saudi Arabia. So
it's like deflection.
Yeah,
Just
well,
like deflect,
yes.
deflect
It
with-
was literally like, let me ask you one hard question.
Yeah.
You're fucking ugly.
No, literally.
And then I'm leaving.
It's like dumb. He's so
fucking dumb.
He's dumb.
He's a dumbass. And it's just, so pre-2020 or even before that, his comments about women were, like caught on hot mics or in like random interviews, blah, blah, blah. Obviously now that he's the president,
Yeah.
these are directed at journalists.
Yes.
So you know how we've been talking about his dismantling of democracy and the press. This is like another way that he's like, women are fucking good at their jobs and they're fucking good at being journalists. And he is just trying to cut them all down
From the start.
Because they'll ask him the questions that some of the bros won't ask him. And so it all ties back to, honestly, we've been doing so much learning. Like it all ties back to this dismantling of democracy. And so this is just all to say he's a fuckwit. No, it's all to say this is the basis of what
and
me
it
you were
also
talking
sets
about.
up his followers to then just follow exactly what he's saying, like treat the woman in their life the same way, and systematic oppression just keeps going.
And here we go, Bob. Systematic oppression gets worse.
From the top.
So me and Abby are going to kind of go one for one so that we can get a break from talking about Trump each. So Abby, lead us.
Okay. He's literally being found liable for sexually abusing a woman, and he is currently the president.
This I was hoping would go first because I just think you're not going to get much more concrete evidence that he hates women than him being a sitting president and having sexual assaulted.
Yes.
One that we know of.
I know. Oh, one that he's been caught on.
Yes.
So in May 2023, a federal civil jury found Donald Trump liable for sexually abusing writer E. Jean Carroll in a dressing room in the mid-90s. And the judge later clarified that what the jury found Trump did was, in fact, rape, even if it didn't meet New York state law's narrow definition at the time.
Yeah.
And then in January 2024, a second jury ordered Trump to pay Carroll an additional $83.3 million in damages for continuing to defame her after the first verdict.
Yes. Did you follow this case? Or did
No,
you see
I
it?
didn't, no.
It was huge. She was incredibly brave.
Yeah.
And then, so she used the money, and this is from a BBC article, on something Donald Trump hates. So the article says, E. Jean Carroll to spend $83 million defamation award on something that Trump hates. And she said that essentially we don't know exactly, but she told ABC News, I'd like to give the money to something Donald Trump hates. If it will cause him pain for me to give money to certain things, that's my intent. So she also suggested that the money could be used to set up a fund for the women who have been sexually assaulted by Donald Trump.
Oh, that's
she got the money.
gold.
She won the case.
Yes.
And she wrote a book, and then she's using the money to
I hope that the people who are women do this for money, to get the payout, blah, blah, blah. Well, look at that.
Yeah. I know.
She wasn't doing it to get the money. And then as late as April 2026, a federal appeals court upheld the original verdict. So, like, this is still fact.
Well, yeah, it's facts.
He's currently trying to get the Supreme Court to swap the Department of Justice in as the defendant, though, which would effectively kill the case because the government cannot be sued for defamation.
Oh, my God.
Like, again, just pulling all the strings.
Yes. It's like, just take. Has this man ever taken accountability in his life? No. He has not.
He's never had to.
He has not. Even when you are literally the most famous person in the whole world, you can get away with this shit. Doesn't matter.
And you wrote, which is really good, the man, a jury found sexually abused a woman, is trying to use the power of presidency to make that verdict disappear.
Yeah.
Like,
and that's the crux of it all.
Yeah.
Like, we shouldn't be putting men, like, they shouldn't have these powers.
No.
No one man should have all that power, to quote someone equally awful. Right, Abby, my next point for you. Mm-hmm. Trump gutted the women's health research that has kept people alive for 30 years. Mm-hmm. So first, I just want to make it clear, Trump has said that he wanted to be the fertilization president.
What?
And his administration has then fired most of the organizations that are responsible for keeping pregnant women alive.
Yeah.
And he has also banned abortion. So we are going to get into this, but I just want to make it clear, if you think we're not talking about abortion and reproductive rights enough, it's because there's a whole episode coming on it.
Because there was too much.
Yeah, so for someone
fertilization
that called himself the fertilization president, first of all, disgusting.
That is fucking weird.
Disgusting.
It sounds like he's going to impregnate everyone in the world. Like, that he's fucking weird with his language.
Yeah, he's a fucking idiot. So the Women's Health Initiative is the largest study of women's health that's ever been conducted in the United States. It's been running for 30 years. It has produced like essential research for women on things like heart disease, osteoporosis, cancer prevention, a lot of other things that disproportionately affect women and we know didn't get researched enough.
Yep.
Still haven't been researched enough. So that's been running for 30 years. And then in 2025, the Trump administration attempted to cancel its funding entirely, like all of it. Cancel all of it.
Of course.
So the Division of Reproductive Health, which produces the data and guidelines that doctors use to advise pregnant people and people seeking contraception, that was also gutted, with the majority of its staff fired, including the team that updates contraceptive guidelines for people with like underlying conditions, which can make pregnancy life-threatening. Basically, he wants to gut women's health research and he wants to take away, obviously, reproductive rights, contraceptive, like we spoke earlier about him trying to ban mail order abortion pills.
Yep.
Again, that's all coming, but it's not just pregnancy that he hates. It is apparently women's health in general.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I just had a little note about his big, beautiful bill signed in July 2025. He cut more than $1 trillion from Medicaid and the Affordable Care Act, the largest rollback of federal health funding in US history.
Hey, and do you know who could bring that back? Who's now a trillionaire?
I know a trillionaire.
I know one trillionaire.
By the way, women make up 52% of Medicaid recipients, and an estimated 7.8 million people will lose coverage by 2034. Awesome. Thank you. Oh, he's actually, like, does he know how to think? Or
it's weird to see someone that so thinks men are so different from women and so much better.
Yes.
Like, it's refreshing in a horrible way to see.
And I don't understand stripping people's rights to healthcare. Like,
also, if you want to be the fertilization president and like grow your population or whatever, you can't have all these women sick. Like, these women need to be healthy, and it's been underfunded forever. So, like, anyway.
Yeah. Oh.
Next.
He doesn't think women are capable of working.
Okay.
So basically, he doesn't want women to have anything in the world.
No.
He wants them to be.
And then do you know what? He'll turn around and call us lazy.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Sick and lazy. It's like, and you wonder why? You made us that way.
So in 2025, numbers of women working in the labour force declined in at least 6 months of the year.
Yeah.
while men joined the labour force at 3 times the rate of women over the same period.
Okay.
Unemployment for black women rose from 5.4% to 7.3% in a single year.
Yeah, and it's also because he's been shutting down all his diversity, equity, inclusion, like everything's set up to help them.
I know.
Gone.
Okay.
Yeah, anyway.
He eliminated DEI programs across the federal government and pressured private companies to do the same. He removed the frameworks that existed to address documented discrimination against women and people of colour in hiring and pay. And he gutted the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, which is the agency whose job it is to investigate and prosecute workplace discrimination. Like, why would you?
And not to be a broken record, but dismantling institutions one by one.
Yes, one by one, little bits.
Yes. Like he took away the people that check that ICE facilities are being run properly.
Yeah, exactly.
Now he's taking away the people that check that workplaces are being run equally.
It's like everything is being dismantled.
Yeah. And this is actually why I found it so important and enlightening to do this series so that we can see in like plain sight the systematic like little ice picking away at everything and then how thank God presidents only have 2 terms.
Yes.
Because if this would just go on, it would literally be a dictatorship, and that's how dictatorships lead to no one else having.
It is always so exhausting watching governments change and then them having to build things up from the bottom all over again, and then people getting angry that they're wasting their time doing that. But it's like, we need these things in place for people.
Speaking of that, of governments flip-flopping, listen to this.
What?
So Trump has made it so that women's health organizations around the world, not just in the USA, can't offer abortions or other health care. And this is exactly what you're talking about. So there is this thing called the global gag rule. And that says that any foreign organization that's receiving US funding can't provide information, referrals, or services related to abortion, can't even advocate for abortion access in their own country. And that is including using their own money, not just the money that the US. The US is basically like, if we give you money, you guys can't offer any like abortion, contraception, blah, blah, blah.
That is fucked up.
So I literally was asking myself, why does this exist? Like, why does this?
Never heard of it.
Yeah. So the stated reason, like the reason that the government said this exists,
Paperwork says,
was to prevent foreign aid money from the US from being used to fund abortion internationally. And they framed it as like, this is a way of protecting our taxpayer dollars so that the people of America aren't paying for people in all these other countries to get abortions. That is what they said, which is also fucked up. This was introduced in 1984 by Ronald Reagan. So Ronald Reagan introduced it, was like, this was very like anti-abortion era.
Yep.
So he was like, cool, none of the US money is going to be funding abortion for anywhere. I mean, spoiler alert, who is going to suffer the most? The countries that are like underdeveloped compared to the US. So he introduced it in 1984. He's a Republican. Every single Republican president has had to reintroduce it because every single Democratic president takes it away. So I literally, when I read this, because I was like, who put this in? Why did they put this in? And like, what has the ping pong effect been like? Reagan introduced it in 1984. Clinton got rid of it. Bush brought it back. Obama got rid of it again. Trump brought it back in his first term. Biden got rid of it. Trump has brought it back on day one of his second term. Why is your number one priority removing access to abortion for women around the world?
Yeah.
And I think this is a really, I didn't know about this. And it's really interesting to be like, he doesn't just want to limit American women or people that can get pregnant. Global.
Yeah. Every woman.
Yeah. So when he reintroduced this and stripped, the thing is they get the funding, but they can't use it for actual good healthcare stuff. $9.7 million worth of contraceptives that were already purchased and packed, which is enough to provide pregnancy prevention for up to 950,000 women for years, were left sitting in a warehouse in Belgium because the organisations that was meant to distribute them had their funding pulled. So it's just like they were all there ready to go. And Trump was like, well, the people that distribute them, no, we're not going to pay them. Also, the research, now that there's been 40 years of this flip-flopping of the global gag rule, it shows that this, and this always happens with abortion research, banning it does not reduce abortions. It just makes them more dangerous.
Yes.
Also, banning contraceptives does not reduce abortions because it causes way more unwanted and unplanned pregnancy. Yep. And then also it affects the women that are already affected by everything else the most in the countries that need help. And so it is basically one of the most diabolical policies that I didn't know about.
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
Gag order.
That's
Republicans bring it in. Democrats.
Yeah.
Blah, blah. I was literally I was
weird
globally gagged reading this.
Abortion is healthcare. And the way that it's been so politicized that it's now this global gag
order.
Yeah, global gag order for this one.
Yes.
Oh, no. I actually can't.
No. What have you got next?
He gutted domestic violence shelters and weaponized immigration status against abuse survivors. This one's fucked up.
Okay.
So the Violence Against Women Act, VAWA, has existed since 1994 and has reduced domestic violence in the US by 64% since it passed. That's huge. It funds more than 2,400 domestic violence shelters, 1,300 rape crisis centres, crisis hotlines, legal assistance and law enforcement training across the country. So we need this, guys.
Yeah,
we need this. This is the bare min.
Yeah.
The absolute bare min. Trump proposed cutting its funding by nearly 30% and froze grants, leaving organisations unable to pay staff or keep their doors open, and added new conditions requiring VAWA-funded organisations to certify that they would not provide services related to DEI or gender ideology, including services to LGBTQ plus survivors. What?
And helpful for us to think, Abby, all this money that he's cutting, because a lot of this podcast has been he's removing funding from research, things like that.
Yeah.
It's going back into, as we've talked about, funding ICE. Remember how big their budget got inflated? Funding wars.
Yep.
Funding the worst possible shit you could imagine.
Yes. Defunding bare minimum
Yeah.
safety for people.
Domestic
vulnerable
violence
people,
safety. And the thing is, it's he's not even interested in targeting the root problem of why men are predominantly
No.
being violent
He's
towards
oh,
women.
that's too damn bad. Well, I'm going to cut any help that you could get.
Yeah. Actually, I'm not even going to say he's not remotely interested in looking into why. He is literally one of the reasons
I was
why
going to
men
say
think it's okay to be
yeah,
violent towards
He is
women.
an abuser.
The way that he speaks about them, the way that he's actually been legally charged with it.
So immigrant women who are survivors of domestic violence can apply for VAWA visas, which are specific legal protection designed so that abusive partners cannot use immigration as a weapon against them.
Yeah.
Really important. The Trump administration began sharing information from those visa applications with ICE. That is pure evil. That is pure evil. Now lawyers are having to advise their clients to think carefully before applying for VAWA visas at all because the protection that the law is supposed to guarantee is no longer being respected because of Trump.
Laws not being respected, authoritarianism, dictatorship, fascism.
Yep. Tick, tick, tick.
That's fucking evil.
Yeah.
That's.
An abusive partner's greatest tool is making a victim feel like they have nowhere to go and no one who will help them. And the Trump administration has handed that tool to every abusive partner of an undocumented woman in America. Thanks, Trump.
Wow, that one's
awesome.
Fucking terrible.
No, so fucked up. Now research is showing that domestic violence homicides increased by more than 20% 6% in communities where survivor support systems are significantly weakened.
It's literally, yeah.
It's life-saving services.
Yeah, and the research is showing that when he's pulling this stuff, things are actively getting worse for the people in the country he's supposed to care about, and he don't.
Yep.
Well, everyone, you're lucky because this is our last point. Definitely not the last bad thing he's done to a woman, but our last point for the podcast. And this kind of ties into something you were saying about how he doesn't want women to work. He is trying to put women back in the home, and he has said so. So, did you hear about Project 2025? Did you ever hear that flying around?
Yes.
So, Project 2025 is the 900-page conservative blueprint that is written by the Heritage Foundation, which is America's most influential conservative think tank. And the Heritage Foundation has shaped Republican policy for decades. So they wrote Project 2025. It was released ahead of the 2024 election.
Okay.
As a plan for what the conservative Republican administration should do from day one in office.
So it's been written recently.
Yep.
It sounds like, I thought you were going to say this is written in the 30s.
No, this was written basically to run alongside Trump's re-election campaign. It is very explicit about wanting women back in the home and in the domestic sphere. And there was a lot of, so Trump denied that this was his policy. He was like, this is not written by me, it's written by the Heritage Foundation.
Yeah.
So I actually wanted to look into whether it was fair for me to tie, because I'm going to tell you what was in this, to tie this to Trump.
Right.
Because he really did try to distance himself from it in the campaign. He posted on Truth Social that he knew nothing about Project 2025, had no idea who was in charge of it.
I'm surprised that something conservative. He's like,
me. I don't know about that. Well, then I wanted to see if it was fair if I tied it to Trump, even though he said all this. Of the 38 people responsible for writing and editing Project 2025, 31 were appointed or nominated to positions in Trump's administration or transition team. So he knew nothing about it. He doesn't believe in it. 31 out of 38 of the people that wrote it employed by him.
What?
So
but why is he not wanting to be connected to this?
Because Project 2025 is one of the most awful fucking documents.
Yeah.
It doesn't lay out just like what they want to do about women. It's like environment. It's like
right.
Awful. But we're just talking about women today. And so, yes, it is fair that I have tied Trump to Project 2025. What does this actually say in this document about women? The plan proposes government-run marriage boot camp programs.
Don't.
Yeah, Abby. To push
my worst nightmare.
couples towards earlier marriage.
No.
Now, these haven't begun. They haven't started. I did look up now. Do we have marriage boot camps yet? Are we at that level of Handmaid's Tale? They haven't begun. So this was in the project, though. It wants to direct federal family planning funding away from contraception and towards marriage education.
Get
away from contraception and towards marriage education.
Actually, maybe men need marriage education. They need to know how to be good husbands.
Yeah.
But what the fuck?
No. So
what?
This document continues. It supports legal frameworks that would restrict IVF to only heterosexual married couples.
What?
So if you're gay, no IVF for you. Again, this is just in the project.
Yeah.
But that 31 people out of 38 who wrote it are working for Trump. So I wouldn't be surprised if this stuff actually happened.
Yeah. Oh. This is gross.
And the project continues, the document, by directly criticising women who find fulfillment through career and public life, saying female independence is something to be corrected rather than supported. I know.
Okay, they say these things, they joke about shit, but to have this in writing.
I know.
Freaks. Freaks. Get alive.
Get a fucking, go worry about your own shit.
Get alive.
Get alive.
That is.
And why can't we just have a woman president? We were so close.
I know.
Yeah.
Help us. Well, it's not even our president, but it trickles. Sorry, I'm hitting the mic because
you're
mad.
America coughs, the world gets sick.
Yeah, exactly.
And so I did, that is the closest thing we have to a blueprint on, even if not the actions, the ideology of the people that are making decisions on behalf of women in the States and, as we've learned today, the wider world. And I kind of want to end it there because, wow.
I feel ill.
I feel ill. And think, we didn't even talk about banning abortions.
No, that was the tip of the iceberg.
The iceberg, guys, because we can't make you too depressed while listening to our podcast, or you won't come back. And we need you so we can keep spreading this good word.
Spreading the gospel.
Spreading the gospel. So send this to your the men in your life that love Trump.
I hope you don't have any. I really hope you don't.
Or maybe just send it far and wide.
And I'm really sorry, America.
And America, we are with you. Well, actually, we're with the good ones.
Yeah.
We will see you for the next installment, which I haven't picked what worst fucking thing I'm going to talk about next. So
every topic, he's fucked it up.
Yeah. So it's going to be a surprise.
See you
Bye,
next
everyone.
time. Bye.